Hello everyone, I am Risha and today I'm going to take you guys with me to visit a bookshop. Readings is one of the biggest bookstores in Lahore, Pakistan, and I went to their shop for the first time. You guys can see how excited I was to finally visit their shop. So Readings was established as a used bookstore in the year 2006. Since then, Readings has grown immensely. They now have their own publication house and they stock all sorts of books today. I visited their Gulberg branch on 23rd March and they had a discount going on because it was Pakistan Day. I immediately grabbed so many books to buy and I was so happy I decided to visit their store on that particular day. So many of you have asked me for English translations of the Holy Quran. I found a number of editions of English translations of the Holy Quran at Readings. I am going to link them down in the description box, so you can check that out if you are interested in reading the English translation of the Holy Quran. I'm not sure if it's just me or whether all book lovers do this, but I ended up spending almost 4 or 5 hours here. I loved their collection of non-fiction. It was so diverse and fun. I'm the sort of person who usually avoids going to the non-fiction aisle, but at Readings I spent hours there. Since Readings is a publishing house, they publish a lot of classics and they have such pretty covers. At the Readings bookstore, they had these basket trolleys to buy books in, and I thought it was such a cute concept. I obviously ended up spending a lot of my time in the classics aisle. They had such an amazing collection of classics there. I ended up buying so many books there. I got so excited. You can clearly see how excited I was. I posted a picture of Readings on my Instagram and many of you reached out to me and told me that they had a bigger, better branch at DHA. Their publishing house also publishes books by Bapsi Sidhwa, so they had them at the shop. So here you guys can see a quick sneak peek of my upcoming book haul. So after I finished my book shopping spree, I decided to go and grab myself a cup of coffee. It was such a beautiful day outside. I found this really cute cafe which was just a few feet away from the Readings bookshop, and I spent the rest of the day sitting there and browsing through all the books I had gotten. So a couple of days later, I got some free time and I decided to visit the DHA branch of Readings. So this branch of Readings has 3 stories. So a guy at the bookshop kindly offered me some hand sanitizer before I went in. So this bookstore is a book lover's dream come true. They had shelves after shelves full of books. There was a lift inside the bookshop which took you to the other floors in the building. So the ground floor had a collection of popular fiction and non-fiction. The first floor had children's books. The second floor had literary fiction. The third floor had a collection of art books and coffee table books, and they also had a basement which was full of stationery. They also had a bunch of tables and chairs on the third floor, so you could sit here and read with a beautiful view outside. So the second floor was dedicated to fiction and non-fiction. The classics were definitely better organized at the DHA branch. They also had free Wi-Fi available at the bookshop, so I was actually going through my Goodreads as I was looking up books in the shop, and I usually do that whenever I visit a bookshop. I usually look up book reviews on Goodreads and whether my friends have read a particular book or not. So the prices of the books at the bookshop were also quite reasonable, and they also had a discount, so it was a win-win situation for me. So the first floor had a huge collection of children's books. On the ground floor, they had a beautiful display of hardbacks, which included the Penguin cloth-bound classics and the Everyman Classics Library editions. So I did end up buying more books from the second branch I visited. What can I say? I couldn't help myself. After I got the books, I went down into the basement and they had a room full of beautiful stationery there. So I hope you guys had fun visiting these two bookshops with me in Lahore. This was the first time I visited Reading's bookshop in Lahore. I can't wait for them to open their branches in Islamabad and in Peshawar.